In the world of golf, rankings have always been a badge of honor, a proof of a player's skill, dedication, and achievements. But what happens when these rankings are called into question? When the very system that's supposed to honor the best players in the world becomes controversial? This is exactly what has happened since the inception of LIV Golf. The league has snatched some of the best players in the world from the PGA Tour. But the golfing gods, aka the OWGR Board Committee, don't want to admit it. Today on Good Bogey Golf, we will dive deep into the debate surrounding LIV players and their world ranking points. Is the system flawed? Are the rankings a mere illusion, failing to capture the true essence of the sport? And most importantly, does it even matter? So without further ado, let's tee off and explore whether or not rankings are real or just more fake news. When LIV Golf burst onto the scene, it promised a fresh perspective on the sport, a new league that would challenge the norms and bring together the best players from around the globe. But with innovation comes resistance, and the LIV Golf found itself at the center of a storm. The bone of contention: world ranking points. LIV Golf's bid to receive these coveted points was met with a resounding rejection, and the golfing community was split. On one side, traditionalists argued that the sanctity of the rankings must be preserved. On the other, LIV supporters claimed the system was outdated and no longer representative of the sport's true elite. This brings the vital question: why was the bid rejected? According to Peter Dawson, chairman of the OWGR board, the bid was rejected mainly because of its inability to provide player turnover from tournament to tournament. LIV's fields stay mostly consistent with 12 four-man teams, totaling only 48 players. No such system is parallel to the PGA Tour's Monday qualifying route. So, as Peter Dawson stated, this decision not to make them eligible is not political. It is entirely technical. LIV players are self-evidently good enough to be ranked. They're just not playing in a format where they can be ranked equitably with other 24 tours and thousands of players trying to compete on them. Now, if you're any sensible person, you can see why that statement couldn't get any more confusing. For one, he clearly states the players are good enough to be ranked. So doesn't that mean that they are? I don't mean to get technical here, but it seems like this is entirely political. If it comes down to the structure of the way the game is being played, then who is to say one format is better than the other? It seems more and more that this is completely subjective decision made by the self-proclaimed gods of golf, the OWGR. If the system was meant to rank players objectively, then the format should have little to do with how many players are playing. They're still playing golf, and whether or not the format is different makes little change to how good the players are on the greens. They still have to make shots and get the lowest possible score. But it gets even better. Here is the full statement from LIV Golf and their response to the rejection. OWGR's sole objective is to rank the best players across the globe. Today's communication makes clear that it can no longer deliver on that objective. Players have historically remained subject to a single world ranking to qualify for major championships, the biggest event, and for corporate sponsor contract value, a ranking which fails to fairly represent all participants, irrespective of where in the world they play golf. It robs fans, players, and all of golf stakeholders of the objective basis underpinning any accurate recognition of the world's best player performances. It also robs some traditional tournaments of the best fields possible. So while Peter and his OWGR henchmen hid behind some shady words, it's clear their feelings were hurt when LIV made a splash on the golf scene and made things a little more exciting. As the saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, especially when they're set in their ways. But amid this ranking fiasco, the voices that resonated the loudest were those of the players themselves. After all, they were at the heart of this controversy. Their careers and legacies intertwined with the decisions being made. Cam Smith, with his signature style, didn't hold back. The world rankings, in his view, had become a farce. Almost obsolete, he declared, highlighting the absurdity of top-tier LIV players being ranked so low. For Smith, the rankings had lost their sheen, no longer a true reflection of the sport's elite. Patrick Reed also chimed in on these sentiments. A player known for his fierce competitiveness, Reed's disappointment was evident. The world rankings had become a broken system, failing to do justice to the talent and achievements of LIV's finest. And never one to shy away from voicing his opinion, Phil Mickelson also weighed in. In his tweet responding to a critic, he outlined reasons, some might say controversial, as to why LIV's bid at receiving world ranking points was doomed from the start. He stated that the PGA Tour would lose leverage in negotiations if LIV players got points. And in the same tweet, he basically stated that they bore against the TV deal with CBS, meaning they have to hit their benchmarks to get their TV money. Therefore, competing with LIV would create a losing situation. So, what's the best way to stop that? Not rank the LIV players. But it wasn't just Phil. Bryson DeChambeau also challenged the status quo by proposing a solution. Why not allocate spots based on season finishes? A top 12 finish, he argued, would be a perfect way to restore the rankings' credibility. The RA's response? Let's just say it was less than enthusiastic. Surprised, though, we are not. No solution will work at this time unless there is a merger, which, surprise, surprise, has been on the table. Whether or not will actually manifest will be up to the golf gods. Prayers are needed everywhere. Jokes aside, though, this isn't just about individual rankings. The very essence of major tournaments is at stake. With LIV players omitted, are these tournaments truly showcasing the best in the world, or did they become a shadow of their former selves, missing out on the top-tier talent that had flocked to LIV? The allure of the majors is undeniable. This is where legends are made, where every golfer dreams of leaving their mark, but that's only when the best are competing. A major without the likes of Bryson DeChambeau or Cam Smith just seems out of touch. Their replacements, though talented in their own right, are often seen as second-tier golfers, filling the void left by those who had joined LIV. The result? A diluted talent pool and tournaments that, for many, lack the same excitement. As a result of playing at LIV, top players such as Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau have seen their world rankings plummet outside of the top 100 due to the LIV events not getting points. Cam Smith, who won last year's British Open, and Brooks Koepka, who won the PGA Championship this year, remain ranked among the top 20 in the world. Although they'd sure be higher if they received any points at all for playing in LIV events. LIV has just 6 players ranked among the OWGR Top 100. There is no denying that there should be more, but whether this will happen remains to be seen. That's the reality as fans we are facing today. As we putt our way to the end of this LIV Golf saga, it's evident that the world of golf rankings has turned into a bit of a, well, circus. With the OWGR board being as political as ever, the rankings might as well be picked from a lottery. Who's the best golfer? Who knows? Who cares? But one thing's for sure, LIV's ensuring the golf world stays entertained, even if it's for all the wrong reasons. So here's to the future of golf, where rankings might be a joke, but our love for the game remains. And that is another round of Good Bogey Golf. Golf for busy people, where we've got your back, keeping you in the loop no matter how tight your schedule is. Don't forget to swing that like button, share this video with your fellow golf enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for quick and easy golf updates. Remember, time may be short, but the game is long. Stay ahead of the curve with Good Bogey Golf. Thanks for watching, keep your eye on the ball, and we'll see you next time.